I find myself, hesitant to say that Fernando Mendoza is a franchise quarterback, so to speak. A lot of people are saying he's a surefire number one pick, and he won the national championship. He had an amazing final season in Indiana. Very good quarterback in my opinion. But when I look at Fernando Mendoza, do I honestly think that this guy could be a franchise quarterback? The answer is no. I do not feel that way. It's not that Fernando Mendoza can't prove me wrong. He absolutely can prove me wrong. I can literally be eating my words right now sooner or later. Who knows? But looking at this from the outside looking in, I don't feel like that he is the franchise quarterback. Now, what did he have in Indiana? Tremendous offensive line, tremendous coaching in Kurt Signetti, great running game, two-headed monster back there, great weapons, great defense. So there's a lot of makeup here that makes Fernando Mendoza look really good. And when I think about everything that's around him, guess what quarterback comes to my mind? J.J. McCarthy. That's who I think of. Am I saying that J.J. McCarthy and Fernando Mendoza are the same guy? No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that the setup that they had, J.J. McCarthy won a national championship in Michigan. They had a monster running game, had a great offensive line, great defense, great skill players around them, great coaching. It sounds a lot like Fernando Mendoza in Indiana because he didn't light it up with like his statistics in a lot of games. He did enough to win, and in the end, you won a national championship, so that's something that is significant, of course. But when you watch him versus guys like Ty Simpson, and Dan Orlovsky can point this out better than I ever could, but the throws that Mendoza makes versus what Ty Simpson makes, it's a little different. It's a little like less like scan the field versus like there's my target with the plays asking me to do. That's Mendoza. Now, look, you're doing with if the play's there, you make it. Not saying that Mendoza's done anything wrong. He makes the plays that are there. But when you watch Simpson, he's making plays that, okay, the first option's not there. Where's my second, third, fourth read? You see more of that with Ty Simpson when you watch the film versus Mendoza. And again, Dan Orlovsky can point this out better than I could. I'm listening to what this guy is saying right now in regards to the two quarterbacks. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the number one pick. I'm not saying that Ty Simpson is going to be overtaken or anything like that. Could there be more consideration? Sure. But when I look at Fernando Mendoza and the setup that he had in Indiana, it reminds me a lot of J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, as of right now, looks like he was drafted a little too high. It's not that J.J. McCarthy can't still be a starting quarterback. He's a young player, has plenty of time to grow. The Vikings picking up Kyler Murray is a good thing for him, so he can sit down, learn from a veteran, get better, and learn how to stay healthy on the field. Because part of the thing is he hasn't been available. He's gotten injured a lot. So Fernando Mendoza gives me that same type of vibe. Could I be dead wrong? Sure. I'm not saying that it's a foregone conclusion. I'm just giving you my honest take and my prediction. I don't think Fernando Mendoza is a surefire franchise quarterback. I just see a lot of similarities here with the setup. Could prove me wrong. Maybe the Raiders are doing a good job in making sure that he has that kind of setup so that he does succeed right away. If Kirk Cousins, they feel the need to put him in his first season, midway through the season or something like that. But that's the honest take that I have when I think of Mendoza. Great, good quarterback, national champion, can clearly play this game, clearly is ready for the NFL, will be a starting quarterback sooner than we think. But the eye test from what I've seen, it just doesn't really convince me that he's the guy. He's going to be Mahomes, Allen, Lamar. He's going to be Matt Stafford. Physical build, sure, he's got it. The intangibles, leadership, and all that. Yeah, that's what you want in your franchise number one pick and everything. When I think about like a force multiplier, the guy that can make things work even when the necessary weapons aren't around him. I don't see that in Mendoza. I see more J.J. McCarthy where, dare I say, a little overhyped based on what he's done. And again, he's won, so call it overhyped, whatever. But we'll find out sooner or later. But just looking at the setup, how is that going to translate now that Indiana offensive line is in there, now that Kirk Signetti isn't there, now that two-headed beast in the running game isn't there? You got Ashton Jeanty in the running game, so that's something. But what does it look like when you get away from that perfect setup, perfect storm that Indiana team was last year in the college football playoffs? Only time will tell.